Cam's POV. Cam, come on! You gotta get through! Nate was yelling towards me. As much as we fought, I still didn't want him to die, and I know he would do that just to get me out of here. Besides, then he'd be the one doing all the fighting. No, you get through! I'll hold them off, I respond. You idiot! You can't take them all on. You're just going to get yourself killed, he yelled at me over the gunfire. You don't have any faith in me, dude. Besides, I can't let you take all the glory, I said, smirking. One of the bullets managed to graze my shin, and I backed down into cover. I better fucking see you across the river, you hear me? He was yelling. The others were pulling him out, and a grenade came my way. I dove towards the entrance, and the entire wall was reduced to rubble. I was still under a never-ending amount of gunfire, and only had one clip left. I loaded it into my gun and took a deep breath. Let's do this. Chris's POV. The rest of us were behind the piles of rubble, all saddened by having to leave Cam behind. More like sacrificing him than leaving him behind, but none of us had the guts to say it to Nate. Come on, man, we need to get moving, Antonio was saying to him. Yeah, we should. He slowly got off his knees, and we started to climb down the hill. We're already down by one, eh? Asked an Asian guy with somewhat long hair. He was in a casual jacket and other clothing articles, climbing beside me. Yeah, it's tragic, I said in response. Name's Patrick. You're Chris, right? He asked. Yeah, that's me. Good to know. This bigger guy below me is Brendovan, and the smaller guy below him is David. Hola, Brendovan, who was dark-skinned and wearing a casual tracksuit, says, and David, another Asian, but in more edgy outfit, just says, in response. We can all meet and greet when we get across the river, Patrick says as we descend. Terrence's POV. So, what's your name? I asked the brunette girl descending from above me. Trinity, she said, with a slight British accent. She was wearing a black skull tee and a black military cap and some gray cargo pants. How about you two? I asked the guys below me. One of them was dressed a bit like a cowboy, but no hat, and he had a black emo-style hair and a toothpick that he was chewing on. Just call me Laz. The next one was a guy in standard green gear like Chris and I. He had long hair and a mustache, and had said, my name's Juan. I could see Nate groups at the bottom. Nate's POV. I can't lie, it felt great to be actually walking rather than climbing down another vertically flat rock. I was still very worried for Cam. The gunfire had ceased. I don't think anyone else noticed. Too worried about themselves, thinking about a goner anyway, but I was worried. So Nate, this is Madison, Antonio said, pointing to the ginger girl as our boots splashed the water of the river. And this is Andrew, he said, pointing to a large guy with a tattered baseball cap and a hoodie. TJ, Sharissa, Fitzroy, and Samil are ahead of us. We should catch up with them, Antonio said, hurrying us towards the hill. I didn't feel like saying anything. By the time we started climbing, Terrence's group had reached the bottom. After a couple of minutes, we reached the top of the hill. My joints were a little tired, but I was by no means exhausted. Well, it took you long enough, a short black guy said to us. Sassy as always, Fitzroy, Antonia said to him. Alright, so the short Indian girl is Sharissa. The Indian guy with the spiked up hair is Smeel, and TJ is the Arabian guy with the messy hair. Antonio says, pointing at each one as he goes. Now that you've met, we wait for the oath. Antonio was cut off by a big explosion in the distance at Tilda Towers, and we could see the building Cam was in fall into rubble.